abundance in this one. Duncan Fish. And Clive Holland. Oh, we can't even do that. They're underway. Down their first straight they come, and it's John Fish from Gary Moore to the lead on their Yamaha. Ahead of 126, that's Neil and Martin Cuff. And then Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers in hot pursuit in third place. Although they've gone very wide and allowed Duncan Fish to come up on the inside. Duncan Fish has spun round, and so did the man behind him, which was Chris Berwick. He spun round and restarting the machine, and no well, a few problems on that turn, but no major catastrophes. Meanwhile, out in front, then it looks like it's going to be Neil Cuff this time. It's Neil and Martin Cuff that have taken up the running on their 1000cc Golden V twin. That bike started off live as a right-hander for Rob Cameron, and now it's a left-hander for Neil Cuff. So Neil Cuff, with Martin Cuff, his son, in the chair, up the back straight like a long dog, ahead of ex-British champions 173 there, John Fish and Gary Moore. And then the current South Eastern Centre champion, the 1993 South Eastern Centre champions, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. Big circuit, this seems to be a long time going round, but Neil Martin Cuff making the most of it out in front at the moment. Then John Fish, Gary Moore, Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers. And Duncan Fish with Clive Holland. Chris Berwick, after spinning off on the first corner, unable to get his machine going again. Lots of grass on this circuit at the moment, having just watered a little bit, made it a bit greasy, and I think one or two of the riders are just holding fire and hoping up to make some points up later on in the meeting. So on to the last lap, it's Neil and Martin Cuff from John Fish, Gary Moore, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. And a little way back then, 174, Duncan Fish with Clive Holland. Well, as they come around the last turn for the last time, John Fish has taken a very tight line, but I think he'll make up the distance on Martin Cuff. In second place goes the first win of the afternoon for Neil and Martin Cuff from John Fish and Gary Moore. In second place, then Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers in third. It was a fine win for number 126, Neil and Martin Cuff. In second place, 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. Third place, number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. Fourth place, number 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. No other finishers. The winner's time, 2 minutes, 15.87 seconds. Seem to be taking some time getting round there, and 2 minutes, 15.87 seconds. That's quite some large track. Race 2 coming to the line then, number 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. 217, Philip and Richard Davis. 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. 808, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. That's the lineup for race 2. Away they go, another even break as they come down the first straight. Luke Patchell and Julian Browning really making most of that start. One on their way into the first turn. From Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr, and then Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin, then John Arnott, Russell Steele. Well, they all taking it a little bit steady around that first turn. They saw what happened in the first race, and two outfits spinning off on the first turn told them it's a little bit slippery, so no doubt they're easing the throttles off a little bit and trying to find average top of the throttle on that front outfit. Those two Patchell on qualifying round last week of the national championships, securing their place in the final. And they were on hot form last week, and they look like they're on hot form this week. Look at that John Arnott coming through on the inside. He's gone right up into second place already in this race after a poor start. Philip and Richard Davis holding on there to third. Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr in fourth. Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood in fifth. And then Graham Hilton. Well, is there any stopping this, Mr. Patchell, on that 960 NRE? RH Racing Equipment. Long gone out in front. Here's another Nourish Racing Equipment machine in second place, in the hands of John Arnott and Russell Steele. Certainly these twins seem to find a better sort of drive, a better grip in these slightly slippery conditions. All the Maltese, as they call them, all those four-cylinder machines there, left behind. Doing the business. Last lap break for Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. Those down into Airing back down. 251, John Arnold, in second place. Then Philip and Richard Davis, then Andy Jennings and Tim Doran, then Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, with Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin bringing up the rear. Well, with nobody to push them, they've certainly gone faster than they needed to. Obviously getting some practice in for the final this afternoon. Their first win of the afternoon, Luke Patchell and Julian Brown in. In second place, Russell Steele. Very close on the line, they'll have to be that one of the lap scorers. Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr, Philip and Richard Davis, crews going by side. Official result for you in a moment. Point win for number 808, Luke Patchell and Julian Brown, and in second place was 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. In third place, by the knobbles on his tyre, 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. In fourth place, number 217, Philip and Richard Davis. In fifth place, number 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. And in sixth place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. The winner's time, 2 minutes, 10.21 seconds. From the top then, number only, 808, 251, 209, 217, 129, 151. Winner's time, 2 minutes, 10.21. One, so they've come out in race 3. Additional runners, 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. Brian Holland. Brian Holland, the announcing caravan, please. 3-2-1 then, Steve Farmer goes into the lead there. With David Green in the chair, Steve Farmer and David Green, and over 2 outfits have gone on that bottom turn. I think we want the red flags, marshals, please. Keith Lessiter and James Cramp are one of them. I can see they're both up and okay, and the other 2 lads are up and okay as well. So looks like there's no injuries there. Looks like Barry Gear and Dave Holland, both those outfits sliding and then suddenly biting and tipping over. Let's hope they can both make it back up to the start line for the rerun. Then Steve Farmer and Dave Green it is again to go into the lead on that first turn. Those outfits really taking a bit easier into that first turn this time though. Steve Farmer and Dave Green out in a class of their own at the front at the moment. Then Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor, our additional runner in this race, he's in second place. And then Barry Gear and Dave Hollands, one of our early casualties, he's up there in third place. And our other casualty first time round, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp, helped out this afternoon by Breakaway Motorcycles. Bring up the rear. Steve Farmer and Dave Green on their 1000 Godden V twin. Dominic Doyle on a 960 NRE. Then Barry Gear on the Suzuki. Keith Lessiter on a Kawasaki. So again, those twin cylinder machines showing their authority in these slipperier conditions. Getting the drive, putting the grip down on the back tyre where it's needed most. Meanwhile then, Steve Farmer and Dave Green going very wide out of that turn. Allowing Dominic Doyle to go up on the inside. Steve Farmer and Dave Green then holding on to the lead from Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor in second spot. Then Barry Gear and Dave Hollands, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. Again, Dominic Doyle's trying, he's tried the outside line this time, but he can't make any ground up on Steve Farmer. Coming up to take the last lap flag, it's Steve Farmer and Dave Green from Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor in second place. Then Barry Gear and Dave Holland still holding on to third, and Keith Lessiter, James Cramp in fourth place. Those positions remaining unchanged and all nicely spread out, making it easy for our lap scorers, or lap scorer. Okay, again he's gone very wide. Steve Farmer looks to see where the opposition is, but coming up hard on the inside there now. Steve Farmer and Dave Green win. From Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor in second place, and the official result with you in a moment. Win there for number 321, Steve Farmer and Dave Green. In second place, number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. In third place, number 307, Barry Gear and Dave Hollins. And in fourth place, number 21, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. No fifth or sixth finishes. Winner's time, 2 minutes, 18.73 seconds. From the top, 321, 19, 307, 21. Winner's time, 2 minutes, 18.73 seconds. And away we go there on race 4. There's first big on the goes to the lead from Jonathan Duke in second place, and then Mark Giles in third. Well, only two men seem to have dominated the 350cc scene in the southeastern centre this year, and one of those men is in fact number 175, Keith Potts. The other one, David Mears, I don't think is here this afternoon, so it's likely that Keith Potts can dominate the whole. Mark Seabright now up to second place, and then Jonathan Duke relegated to third, then Mark Giles in fourth. Mitchell Godden there in sixth place. And we have a faller on that turn, and it indeed was number 9, Mitchell Godden, that slid off there very quickly on that turn. Right time for it. Right, back to the so far behind. 165 then Keith Potts is leading from 167 Mark Seabright, then 25 Jonathan Duke, and then Mark Giles. Oh, an interesting machine there, number 24 Paul Steinbrett. He's re-stroked the GS 500 to 350cc's. Very comfortably there. Last left flag goes. Mark Seabright caught right up on the back wheel with Keith Potts now, and Keith Potts holding on to a slender advantage. Mark Seabright gunning for the inside. Keith Potts has gone wide with him through. I think Keith Potts' chain must have come off. Keith Potts now going to run it in this, the first 350cc gig after leading it all that way. Bad luck there for him. Meanwhile, the second flag goes. Joining for number 167, Mark Seabright. The 350cc solos is a fine win there for 167 Mark Seabright. In second place was number 26 Mark Giles. Third place number 25 Jonathan Duke. Fourth place 332 Simon Irwin. Fifth place number 331 Paul Watson. Sixth place number 9 Mitchell Godden. Seventh place number 24 Paul Steinbrett. Eighth place number 231 Roy Sizemore. Ninth place number 37 Michael Peters, and in 10th place number 175 Keith Potts. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 50, 7, 26, 25, 332, 331, 9, 24, 231, 37 and 175. Winner's time 1 minute 50.13. Moving on now to the first leg of the 500cc solos, and we get two additional runners in this one. Number 124 Steve North and number 181 Justin Shaw. Two additional runners in race 5. 124 Steve North, 181 Justin Shaw, and away they go. Another even break here as they head towards the first. James Cawthray, Alan Harmer and Chris Tritton all in a line as they go into that first turn. Each man must have his heart in his throat as he goes in there because it's so slippery. But look at Chris Tritton come right through on the inside to take those other two riders in his wake. He's well on his way now. Number 3, Chris Tritton in the lead from 169 James Cawthray. 121 Alan Harmer trying to go right round the outside. So it's Chris Tritton, James Cawthray, Justin Shaw, Alan Harmer. And Pete Barnaby up from the southern centre. Good to see these lads doing a little bit of travelling and a few meetings in. Oh, Chris Tritton high and flying this afternoon. He's really going well on this. Chris Tritton from James Cawthray and Alan Harmer and Justin Shaw. Half distance. Certainly is a big track here this afternoon. Number 3, Chris Tritton, as he laps 501 Jason Mullet. James Cawthray still in hot pursuit in second place. Alan Harmer taking a nose dive there and hanging on to his machine. And hanging on to third place. Well, the last turn then, for the last time. Chris Tritton in the full flight with James Cawthray pushing every inch of the way. Goes so to number 3, Chris Tritton from 169. James Cawthray in second place. Then 121. Alan Harmer takes third. Justin Shaw takes fourth. Ignore 501. He's a lap in arrears. Then 133. Pete Barnaby. 971. Dean Norton. And completing race distance there, number 151, R. Gillam. In the 500 cc's for number 3, Chris Tritton. In second place, number 169, James Cawthray. Third place, 121, Alan Harmer. Fourth place, number 187, Justin Shaw. Fifth place, 133, Pete Barnaby. Sixth place, 971, Dean Norton. Seventh place, 212, Keith Drury. Eighth place, 124, Steve North. Ninth place, 151, Richard Gillam. And in 10th place, number 501, Jason Mullet. The winner's time, 1 minute 50.05. By number only from the top. 3, 169, 121, 187, 133, 971, 212, 124, 151 and 501. Winner's time, 1 minute 50.05. Over the page in the last qualifying heat of the 500cc solos this afternoon. And the non-starter in this one is number 99, Anthony Locke. Other than that, the race should be as per programme, and there's an awful lot of solos in winning races here this afternoon. Ricky Sandford takes the advantage into the first turn. Mark Seabright takes a very tight, smooth line on the inside to try and take that lead. But he's holding on to second at the moment. Paul Mitchell in third, trying to come through, but Mark Seabright takes the lead. Mark Seabright goes for victory ahead there of Ricky Sandford, and then Paul Mitchell in third. Duncan Tolhurst in fourth. Mark Seabright over, a little bit wide out of that turn, but he's going to go. Mark Seabright. Going hell for leather in the 500cc class as well. Leading this one then, Mark Seabright from Ricky Sandford, from Paul Mitchell, from Duncan Tolhurst, from Robin Pilcher. Now over Ricky Sandford with Duncan Tolhurst and Robin Pilcher. Chris Dodd, Brian Woodcock, Mark Dodd, Paul Seabright, Adrian Harden and Rob Cook. Well, Mark Seabright certainly loves this circuit here this afternoon. From the southern centre where it's right. He's making the most of right, not extending I should say this afternoon. And he's making it well worth his while. For another half of that, this will be 2 rides to his credit. 1 in the 350 class and 1 in the 500. tail end of there as he comes round this last turn. The checkered flag being made ready for number 167, Mark Seabright. Second place, 04, Ricky Sandford, followed by number 29, Paul Mitchell. Duncan Tolhurst. 174 then, Robin Pilcher. As he comes out of that last turn. Then Mark Dodd. And a right battle of very tight indeed, just going to full Steinmetz from Rob Cook, and then Adrian Harden completing race distance. For 167, Mark Seabright. In second place, 04, Ricky Sandford. In third place, number 29, Paul Mitchell. Fourth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst. Fifth place, number 174, Robin Pilcher. Sixth place, number 22, Brian Woodcock. Seventh place, 126, Mark Dodd. Eighth place, number 24, Paul Steinmetz. Ninth place, number 252, Rob Cook. 10th place, number 2, Adrian Harden. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 46.34. Fine. I can just see a couple of crash helmets over there on that sidecar start, so that tells me that the sidecars are coming into line for this, the right-hand sidecar, first leg.
Oh, they've got ploughs out now.
Race 7 it is then, first leg of the right-hand sidecar, 773, Glenn Richmond and Steve Smith. Number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stays. 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold. And I'm not sure who's with Dave Penfold this afternoon, I must have a look at that one. On with Dave Penfold this afternoon is Justin Peach. And then Dave Steer and Andy Orchard, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren, the all-girl crew, Steve Heath and Rick Colvin. 2 additional runners in this one, number 4, Kevin Gillan, and number 101, Gavin Newlin. They're the 2 additional runners in this one, number 4, Kevin Gillan, and number 101, Gavin Newlin. And away they go then, down the first straight. Another nice even start as they all leave the line together there. Into the lead goes Dave Steer with Mick Cave in hot pursuit. Around they come then, flat out of that turn, and number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stays seem to have made the better of that first turn, and they're heading on in the lead from Dave Steer and Andy Orchard, then Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. And number 191 there, Steve Heath with Rick Colvin on the side. Going very well here this afternoon, the girls doing very well as well. In 6th place at the moment. Round they come, there's number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stays. Got the advantage from number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Then 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. Then 191, Steve Heath and Rick Colvin. Then 773, Glenn Richmond and Steve Smith. Then the all-girl crew, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. Holding on to that 6th place. Throwing dirt in the face of those in pursuit behind. Last lap flag then, 1 lap to go from Mick Cave and Mick Stays, from Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Dave Penfold and Justin Peach, then 191, Steve Heath and Rick Colvin, then 773, Glenn Richmond and Steve Smith. Then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren still in hot pursuit. 101, Gavin Newlin goes out with problems. Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall come back on the track again, think they're going to get it going this time. Meanwhile, the checkered flag goes for number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stays. In 2nd place, number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. From 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. Then Steve Heath and Rick Colvin, Glenn Richmond and Steve Smith, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. And then it was 101 and Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. Official result in a moment. Race number 7 then. Race number 7. The right-hand sidecars leg 1 was a fine win for number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stays on the Godden V Twin. In 2nd place was number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In third place, 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. Fourth place, number 191, Steve Heath and Rick Colvin. Fifth place, number 773, Glyn Richmond and Steve Smith. Sixth place, the all-girl crew, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. And in seventh place, 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. Winner's time, 1 minute 40.32 seconds. So again, I can see some crash helmets coming up towards the start line, so I reckon I ought to cut that bit of grass through there just so I could see that start line, so the timekeeper could see it as well. Be a good idea, that. Away they go then, it's race 8. The right-hand side cars again, another even break as they go down that back straight. Very, very tight as they go into the first turn, but it's Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby that have gone into the lead from Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid in second. And Colin Hutton goes wide, allowing 32 Kevin Simmons to come up on the inside, and it's very tight as they go up towards that next turn. Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid and Colin Hutton, Tony Baseby. These two pairs are actually going for the British Best Pairs in August up there in the Eastern Centre, the 500cc Sidecar Association's meeting. These two are going to be riding best pairs together. So I dare say they're practicing here this afternoon, and Colin Hutton charges through on the inside. Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid fighting back again. Colin Hutton, Tony Baseby then. Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid. Bob Heath and Barry Knight retire to the centre green. Darren Bartholomew, Matthew Dix in hot pursuit. Then Jeff Sims. And then we got 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Paul Baseby bringing up the rear. Last lap flag goes for Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby ahead of Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid. Then Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Jeff Sims and John Stanley. Checkered flag being made ready then. Look at these boys still at it here after 4 laps. Number 3, Colin Hutton, Tony Baseby win from Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid in second place, and a big long gap back to number 28, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Then Rob Wilson Jr. and Paul Baseby. Then Jeff Sims and no John Stanley, he's lost his passenger. And then number 8. And a fine win there for number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby, ahead of his British Best Pairs partner, number 32, Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid. They go into second place. In third place was number 28, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Fourth place, number 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Paul Baseby. And in fifth place, number 8, Rob Heath and Barry Knight. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 38.52. From the top, 3, 32, 28, 25 and 8. Winner's time, 1 minute 38.52. On now to the last of the first legs. That's the 250cc solos coming to the line now. We don't get number 40, David Leakin, or number 71, Arthur Livings. They are both non-starters. Number 40, David Leakin, and 71, Arthur Livings, both non-starters in the 250 class this afternoon. Those riders then sitting on the line waiting to do the business. Hot favourite must be John Dormer from Giles. Let's see how they come down the first race. John Dormer and Terry Giles, the first two past the commentary box as they go into that first turn. Now, I must say, these old 250 boys must be a bit happier today, because they nearly always draw the short straw and come out when the track's at its wettest. Look at Woggy Giles come up past John Dormer there, while I'm babbling on about water. Woggy Giles well into the lead, John Dormer going backwards. No problems, I would think, for John Dormer. But as I was saying, the 250s always seem to come out on the wettest. They go over the water, and this time they've actually come out fast in the first leg to the dry the track to beat for the first leg. So they must be well pleased with that. The track's not as slippery as it has been. Woggy Giles then in the lead, number 300 from 76, John Dormer from Bill Sims. Bill Sims, it's trouble. Up goes in the air goes Bill Sims' left hand, that indicates trouble for him. Giles though, no problems there, he's flat out and going for gold. In second place then is John Dormer, and then Bill Ranson in third. Then Jeff Sims and Keith Richards, Michael Peters, Graham Legg. Bernie Edwards bringing up the rear there. Well, Woggy Giles certainly got it all his own way at the moment, but John Dormer seems to have got his bike back on the song, and he's really coming round there in second place. Last lap flag is a win, or not a kid a win, but in first place still Woggy Giles, and then John Dormer in hot pursuit in second place, trying to make up some of that lost ground. Then Phil Ranson in second. This is only a heat. Think what the final will be like. Marco in the last turn for the last time. Woggy Giles has gone very wide. John Dorman's holding out there, so the second flag goes. A win for number 300, Woggy Giles. From 76, John Dormer. From number 6, Bill Ranson. 180, Richard Sims. 124, Keith Tritton. 143, Keith Richards. 321, Graham Legg. Number 5, Sean Neal. Number 20, Alan Dan, and 115, Bernie Edwards. And then 181, John Gibbons. Joined in the first leg of the 250cc solos, the driest they could have had that this afternoon. A win for number 300, Terry Woggy Giles. In second place, number 76, John Dormer. Third place, number 6, Phil Ranson. Fourth place, number 180, Richard Sims. Fifth place, 143, Keith Richards. Sixth place, 321, Graham Legg. Seventh place, number 5, Sean Neal. 8th place, number 20, Alan Dan. 9th place, 115, Bernie Edwards. 10th place, 181, John Gibbons. And 11th place, number 124, Keith Strudwick. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 54.46. And Chris Barrett also drawn on the line of all 4 outfits there on the line. Away they go, in the first race. Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers take the lead on their 1,000 Godden from Chris Barrett and Ken Jarvis, then Dominic Dawn and Peter Taylor, then Keith Lessiter and James Cramp on the Kawasaki ZX10. Well, problems for Keith during practice, and we had to lend him a battery and find him a new fuse, but we got him underway and he's out there in 4th place at the moment. Round that turn they come then. Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers, 1993, now the second champion, going to goal. From Chris Barrett and Ken Jarvis, then Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. And Keith Lessiter, James Cramp. Well, Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers well on their way in this one. Chris Barrett, Ken Jarvis, look like they've got problems. Their hands goes in the air, so they retired, getting it down to 3 outfits only. Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers then, making the dust fly there. And well clear of Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor on the Nourish Racing Equipment, the NRE 960cc parallel twin. And then the Kawasaki ZX10 1000cc 4-cylinder machine. And as I said earlier, these twins certainly doing the business here this afternoon. Finding the grip when others can't. Out of that turn then. Flat out he comes. Last lap flag is his. 1 lap from victory for Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. Third first time out, but winning this time. From Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor on the 960 NRE. And then Keith Lessiter, James Cramp on the Kawasaki ZX10 in 3rd place. Problems there, I think, with his fuel filler cap as he makes an adjustment and gets on with the race. The last turn for the last time, coming down to the second flag. That's a fine win for number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. Here first in the afternoon. From Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. Credible second place to them. And a bit of a gap back as we wait for Keith Lessiter and James Cramp on the last turn now. Heading for home. They cross the line for 3rd place. It was a fine win for number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. In 2nd place, number 19, Dominic Doyle and Peter Taylor. And in 3rd place, number 21, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. No other finishers. The winner's time, 2 minutes, 02.12 seconds. 0.12 seconds. 11 then, second leg again of the left-hand sidecars. Sorry, race 11 we are now. Race 11, the second leg of the left-hand sidecars. This time looking for previous race winner, Neil and Martin Cuff. Also, 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. 307, Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. That's the lineup for race 11. Takes away and then down the first straight they go. Is another nice good break as they head towards the first turn. 173, John Fish and Gary Moore get there first, and Tim Dorr lets go. Goes for a big slide right down the track and a few rolls. Let's hope he's okay. He's face down at the moment. He's rolled over on his back. The red flags, please. Could we have the red flags there? And then Tim Dorr gets up and walks away from that nasty little accident and sits down by the ropes right on the outside. So we look for the rerun then with Neil and Martin Cuff, Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr, Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, John Arnott, Russell Steele, John Fish, Gary Moore, Barry Gear, Dave Hollands. That's the lineup for race 11. Away they go again, another nice even break, and they head down towards the John Fish and Gary Moore, with Neil and Martin Cuff in hot pursuit on the outside into that first turn. John Fish, Gary Moore holding on to a slender advantage at the moment. Neil Cuff and Martin Cuff in hot pursuit in second place. Look at Johnny Arnott and Russell Steele trying to go around the outside of the Cuffs on that first turn. Lenny Boarer now coming into the fray, passing Johnny Arnott into that turn. Well, the 1000cc 4-cylinder Yamaha at the hands of John Fish and Gary Moore from Neil and Martin Cuff. From Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, John Arnott, Russell Steele, and then Barry Gear, Dave Hollands bringing up the rear there. Look at that Lenny Boarer going up through the field again as he goes past Neil and Martin Cuff and heads up into second place. I think we've lost Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr again. No sign of those here at the moment. At half distance from Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, Neil and Martin Cuff, John Arnott, Russell Steele, and then Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. See Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr pushing their machine down from the start towards the pits. Obviously some problems for them. Meanwhile, coming out of this turn now, waiting to see that last lap flag is 173, John Fish and Gary Moore, ahead of Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood in second place, then Neil and Martin Cuff, then John Arnott, Russell Steele. Those positions remaining unchanged as they go down that back straight and into the last turn for the last time. The checkered flag now being made ready for them. Lenny Boarer trying his hardest around the outside. Can he get there? It's 173, John Fish and Gary Moore that take the win. From Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood in second place. Then Neil and Martin Cuff. Then John Arnott and Russell Steele. And a little gap back for Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. Official result for you in a moment. Don't miss the grasser stand this afternoon. Don't miss the grasser stand up there by Pete and Pearl's photos and Bob's videos. And Gary Moore. In second place, number 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. Third place, 126, Neil and Martin Cuff. Fourth place, 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. Fifth place, number 307, Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. No sixth finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 59.65. From the top, 173, 129, 126, 251, 307. Winner's time, 1 minute 59.65. Pace going away they go then down the first straight again. The left-hand sidecar brigade after that. And it's back on the ground in continuing their winning way. From Philip and Richard Davies in second place. Then Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. And our previous race winner, Steve Farmer and Dave Green, left at the back of the pack. Down they come then, Luke Batchel and Julian Browning. On then 960 NRE. Number 1 last week at Gatwick. And they're out in their winning ways here this afternoon. Philip and Richard Davis challenging hard in second place. Then Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin. A long way back, number 321. Steve Farmer and Dave Green after a win first time out. All sorts of problems for them there in this one. 808, Luke Batchel and Julian Brown in there. And after 217, Philip and Richard Davis. Then 174. Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Then Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin. And a long way back there, Steve Farmer and Dave Green, about to be lapped by Luke Batchel and Julian Browning. Oh, the last lap late there, so one lap left in this one for 808. Luke Batchel and Julian Browning. Ignore 321, Steve Farmer and Dave Green, they're a lap in arrears. Then 217, Philip and Richard Davis, 174. Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. And then 151, Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin. Battling away there for fourth place. Meanwhile, no problems out in front. He's really making the dust fly as he comes round there. No opposition whatsoever. This is his second checkered flag of the afternoon. 808, Luke Batchel. And 217, Philip and Richard Davis. 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. And a lap in arrears, number 321, our previous race winner, Steve Farmer and Dave Green. Official result for you in a moment. Number 808, Luke Batchel and Julian Brown. In second place going to 217, Philip and Richard Davis. Third place, number 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Fourth place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. Fifth place, number 321, Steve Farmer and Dave Green, completing race distance. Winner's time, 1 minute 57.07 seconds. 13, as some of the runners in the 350 solos of race 13 are in the 500cc runners of race 14. So we will have a slight breather to let those boys get their breath back and change machines, ready for race 14. So the 350 boys come into the line. Number 9, Mitchell Godden. 26, Mark Giles. 331, Paul Watson. 37, Michael Peters. 20, Alan Dan. 167, Mark Seabright. 332, Nick Irwin. 24, Paul Steinbritz. 169, James Cawthray. 333, Simon Irwin. 25, Jonathan Duke. 175, Keith Potts. And 231, Roy Sizemore. That's the line-up, and away they go down the first straight. 25, Jonathan Duke takes up the lead from 26, Mark Giles. 167, Mark Seabright coming up on the inside. Didn't see Keith Potts there. Maybe there's problems for him, or maybe I missed him. Not too sure what the case was there, but those riders on their way. Yeah, Keith Potts is coming up through the field. He obviously got a very bad start, and he's working his way up through the field. Meanwhile, out in lead, 26, Mark Giles. 25, Jonathan Duke. Number 9, Mitchell Godden, and then Nicholas Irwin and Keith Potts, side by side. Keith Potts gradually making up a bit of lost ground. And Keith Potts out with problems again. I think his chain's off. I think he suffered the same feat in his first race, and now I believe he's out of his second race. 167, Mark Seabright, who's waiting for a mistake, and he'll charge through. Mark Giles trying hard not to make a mistake, but there it is, and Mark Seabright's right up alongside, just taking the advantage, or has he? Mark Giles fights back, but Mark Seabright's got the inside line. Battle of the two Marks. Which Mark are you shouting for, ladies? Round they go. Mark Seabright leading from Mark Giles on their last lap. Off through 3-1, then Jonathan Duke and Nicholas Irwin, then Mitchell Godden. 3-3-1, then Paul Watson. 37, Michael Peters coming up there now as the leaders start to carry on the tail enders. Back going then for 167, Mark Seabright from 26, Mark Giles. Right second place then, 2-3-1 then, Roy Sizemore in third, then Nick Irwin, Jonathan Duke and Mitchell Godden. 331, Paul Watson. He's got assistance to get his machine off the track. 37 then, Michael Peters completes race distance. And number 20, Alan Dan. And 333, Simon Irwin. 167, Mark Seabright. In second place, number 26, Mark Giles. Third place, 231, Roy Sizemore. Fourth place, 332, Nick Irwin. Fifth place, number 25, Jonathan Duke. Sixth place, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Seventh place, number 331, Paul Watson. Eighth place, number 37, Michael Peters. Ninth place, number 20, Alan Dan. And in 10th place, number 333, Simon Irwin. Winner's time, 1 minute 49.39. From the top, 167, 26, 231, 332, 25, 9, 331, 37, 20, 333. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 49.39. As I said, a slight delay now as we wait for some of those riders to change from their 350 machines to their 500cc machines. We have noticed that it does say Lavant, or whichever way you pronounce it, but it could be Havant. And it's certainly an L on this piece of paper, but it could be Havant, Hampshire, or it could be Lavant, near Chichester. Meanwhile, this is the Brighton and District Motorcycle Club's first grass track of 1993 on their superb Ham Farm circuit. And this is race number 14, the 500cc solo. Additional runner here, number 124, Steve North. Number 29, Paul Mitchell, and number 3, Chris Tritton. They go into the first turn first. Chris Tritton with already one race win to his credit this afternoon, chasing hard after the local lad, Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell always rides well down here at Brighton. Pulling wheel as he goes up that back straight, but Chris Tritton's right hard on his right-hand shoulder as he goes into that turn. But quick twist of the throttle and Paul Mitchell re-establishes the lead. Chris Tritton coming right up on the inside there. Duncan Tolhurst in third, then Ricky Sandford in fourth, then Paul Seabright, and many, many more. Jason Mullet. Oh no, we've got Mr. Dodd behind Mr. Mullet. Mark Dodd then bringing up the rear. Round they come then, flat out round that turn. 29. Comes right through on the inside, taking the lead away from Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell fights back on the inside. Well, we're in the wide run up through on the inside at the exit of that bend. On the start of that straight. Well, it's all that in the 500cc class. Round the turn they come. Number 3. Ricky Sandford coming past Paul Mitchell as well as the last lap flag goes out. So it's Chris Tritton, Ricky Sandford. Chris Tritton then pulling the yards distance clear as he goes up that lap. Ricky Sandford now up into second place. Gunning after Chris Tritton to come round that turn. Second time this afternoon for number 3, Chris Tritton, from 04, Ricky Sandford, then 29, Paul Mitchell, and 74, Duncan Tolhurst. A little bit of a gap back then as Brian Wood. That's 971, Steve Norton, and then 24, Paul Stuybrits, 124. 52, Rob Cook. Number 11, Stuart Chittenden. Number 2, Adrian Hart. 126, Mark Dodd. And number 501, Jason Mullet. Official result for you in a moment. There was a win for number 3, Chris Tritton, after a hard fight all the way. In second place was 04, Ricky Sandford. Third place, number 29, Paul Mitchell. Fourth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst. Fifth place, number 22, Brian Woodcock. Sixth place, 971, Dean Norton. Seventh place, number 24, Paul Stuybrits. Eighth place, number 124, Steve North. Ninth place, 252, Rob Cook. 10th place, number 11, Stuart Chittenden. 11th place, number 2, Adrian Harden. 12th place, number 126, Mark Dodd. And in 13th place, number 501, Jason Mullet. Winner's time, 1 minute 45.48. From the 1 minute 45.48. Coming to the line now, race number 15, additional runner in here, 181, Justin Shaw. Additional runner, number 181, Justin Shaw. Yes, 187, that must be 187, Justin Shaw. Not 181, but 187, Justin Shaw. Well corrected there. Way to go then, this is race number 15, and they're flashing up. Mark Seabright goes into the lead. 3 wins to his credit already. Can this be 4 in a row? Can anybody stop Mark Seabright winning a race this afternoon? Mark Seabright up from the southern centre. Going extremely well. Had a nasty accident there a couple of years ago and he was out for a long time. Alan Harbour, a local lad in Sussex area. Then Robin Felton, then Justin Shaw. Pete Barnaby. Keith Drury, Michael Randall. Out in front then, look at the lead he's got already, 167, Mark Seabright, seemingly unstoppable here this afternoon. Mark Seabright, not 169, 121, Alan Harbour, 187, Justin Shaw, 111, Pete Barnaby, Drury, Michael Randall. Mark Seabright then still leading from 169. Alan Harbour. Running unchanged and nicely spread out. As I said earlier, look at the lap scorers. The battle coming on here between Michael Randall and Martin Drury. And Richard Giles bringing up the rear there. Well, Mark Seabright come up at the last and rolled over the line, still for a comfortable win. James Forthway in second place. Then 121 Alan Harbour. Then Justin Shaw. His hands in the air. Then 174 Robin Belcher. Then Pete Barnaby. And we get back to Keith Drury. Martin Drury. And Richard Gillam. And Michael... There. With number 620, Michael Randall, completing race distance. The result of race number 15, the race you've just seen, a win for number 167, Mark Seabright, 4 in a row for him. Second place, number 169, James Cawthorey. Third place, number 121. Alan Harbour. 4th place, 187, Justin Shaw. 5th place, 174, Robin Pelcher. 6th place, 133, Pete Barnaby. 7th place, 212, Keith Drury. 8th place, number 151, Richard Gillam. 9th place, number 145, Martin Drury. 10th place, number 620, Michael Randall. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 45.06. Who retired in their first race are underway, a nice even start as they go down the first straight. Bad start for number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stays. He didn't seem to get away too good at all. And neither did the all-girl crew. And behind them, number 4, Kevin Gillan and Joe Wright. Round the first turn they come though, and making the run, and it's number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. From number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. And then 3 outfits, all very, very close together. No problems for one of those outfits. I think that was number 33, Jeff Sims and John Stanley, who had the problems there. The old girl crew trying to go around the outside on that turn. Meanwhile, coming out of the bottom turn again then, looking for the lead, 17. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard still holding on to the lead from number 3. Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby, then number 8. Bob Heath and Barry Knight, then Mick Cave and Mick Stays. Then the all-girl crew, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. Then Jeff Sims and John Stanley. And then number 4, Kevin Gillam and Joe Wright bringing up the rear. Meanwhile, out in front then, Dave Steer seems to have it all his own way, and Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby trying to trap him on the inside, but they can't quite get there. As the last lap flag goes, it's Dave Steer and Andy Orchard in the lead from Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Then Bob Heath, Barry Knight and Mick Cave, Mick Stays still battling it out for 3rd place. The girls still holding on to 4th at the moment. Penny Hook and Jane McLaren there. Then Jeff Sims and John Stanley, and then Kevin Gillam and Joe Wright. Well, round the last turn for the last time then as they come round there now, it's going to be number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard that take that checkered flag. From number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Mick Cave and Mick Stace have got up to 3rd place. Bob Heath and Barry Knight go over there in 4th. And the all-girl crew get in 5th, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. From Jeff Sims and John Stanley, and then in number 4, Kevin Gum and Joe Wright. Official result for you in a moment. Race number 16, the right-hand sidecars. A win there for number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In 2nd place, number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. In 3rd place, number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. 4th place, number 8, Bob Heath and Barry Knight. 5th place, number 34, the all-girl crew, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. 6th place, number 33, Jeff Sims and John Stanley. And in 7th place, number 4, the additional runners, Kevin Gillum and Joe Wright. Winner's time, 1 minute 35.18. From the top, 17, 3, 5, 8, 34, 33 and 4. Winner's time, 1 minute 35.18. Well, the other half of the right-hand sidecar is about to come out and do battle. Non-starter number 331, John Hunt and Lynn Green. 2 additional runners, number 32, Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid, and number 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. That's the additional runners and the non-starter for race 17. Oh, I can see some crash helmets above that long grass over there, so obviously nearly ready to do the business. And away they go. I can see number 191 on the inside of that start grid, but he got a terribly bad start, as did Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. They're well behind the rest of the field as they enter in the first turn. Coming round there now, very smooth, very fast, but also very wide. 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Justin Peach, allowing Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid to come up on the inside and take that lead. From Dave Penfold and Justin Peach, then Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. Well, it's all sorts of things happening in the midfield. Rob Wilson Jr. of Paul Baseby goes up to 3rd place and challenges hard now for 2nd place as he goes up the inside of Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. It's 32, Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid that lead. Rob Wilson and Paul Baseby in 2nd place. Then Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. Then Steve Heath and Rick Colvin. Then Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. And then Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix bringing up the rear. Oh, flat out they come. Then last lap flag is out. It's Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid from Rob Wilson Jr. and Paul Baseby from Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. Then Steve Heath and Rick Colvin, Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix bringing up the rear. Last turn then for the last time as Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid twist that throttle hard out of that turn. Checkered flag in their sights. First win the afternoon for number 32, Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid. Rob Wilson Jr. and Paul Baseby getting a good 2nd place. Then Dave Penfold, Justin Peach in 191. Steve Heath and Rick Colvin. Then Gavin Newlin, Simon Wall, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Official result in a moment. Right-hand sidecars leg 2. A win there for number 32, Kevin Simmons and Mark Langmaid. In 2nd place, 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Paul Baseby. 3rd place, number 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Justin Peach. 4th place, number 191, Steve Heath and Rick Colvin. 5th place, number 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. 6th place, number 28, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.61. From the top, 32, 25, 1, 2, 3, 191, 101 and 28. Winner's time, 1 minute 36.61. Moving on again then to the 250cc solos, the last of the 2nd leg. And 2 non-starters here, number 40, David Bleakin, and number 71, Arthur Livings. And a free drink as well if you want one. You can get over there and have a free drink on them as well. You drink the money, not the car in petrol. Don't pour your money down the drain. You can save 50 pence a gallon now. way down the first straight. Then John Dormer takes up the running this time. Who may have problems first time out. John Dormer leaps out into the lead. Bill Ranson in hot pursuit in second place. And then Keith Richards in third. Woggy Giles, our previous heat winner, running here in fifth place at the moment. As Keith Strudwick goes up to third past Keith Richards. Woggy Giles now gains on the back wheel off Keith Richards as they come round that turn, all side by side. John Dormer though, no worries for him this time, he's out in front and long gone. Bonzo Ranson in second place and 1, 2, 4, Keith Strudwick, then Keith Richards. Then Richard Sims, Sean Neal, Brian Legg, Bernie Edwards, Woggy Giles right down the back of the field. Wins his first race and way down the field in this one. Obviously had some problems somewhere along the line. Then Alan Dan, John Gibbons and Bill Sims at the back. John Dorman and half distance still well in front. From number 6, Bill Ranson, then 1, 2, 4, Keith Strudwick, then 1, 4, 3, Keith Richards. Then Jeff Sims. Sorry, Richard Sims. Sidecar driver. Graham Legg then going wide and letting Sean Neal come through on the inside. Meanwhile, John Dormer, he's got it all his own way at the moment. He's flat out and going for goal. He takes the last lap flag. From number 6, Bill Ranson. 1, 2, 4, Keith Strudwick. 1, 4, 3, Keith Richards. 180. Richard Sims, then Sean Neal, then Graham Legg, and 115, Bernie Edwards. Woggy Giles right down the back of the pack. And Bill Sims. Alan Dan. Quick change of flags, and a checkered flag being made ready for the high-flying 76, John Dormer. Second place going to number 6, Bill Ranson, followed by 1, 2, 4, Keith Strudwick. Then 1, 4, 3, Keith Richards. 180. Bernie Edwards and Terry Giles. Bill Sims, Graham Legg. With Alan Dan and John Gibbons coming round to complete race distance. Official result. There's a fine win there for 76, John Dormer. Second place going to number 6, Bill Ranson. Third place, number 1, 2, 4, Keith Strudwick. Fourth place, number 1, 4, 3, Keith Richards. Fifth place, 180, Richard Sims. Sixth place, 115, Bernie Edwards. Seventh place, number 300, Terry Giles. Eighth place, number 118, Bill Sims. Ninth place, number 321, Graham Legg. 10th place, number 20, Alan Dan. And in 11th place, number 181, John Gibbons. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 50.14. From the top, 76, 6, 124, 143, 180, 115, 300, 118, 321, 20, 181, winner's time, 1 minute 50.14. Back where we started again then. This is the third final qualifying leg. And starting off that third leg is the left-hand sidecars. Running in this one, previous race winner, number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. No number 108, Bob Miles. He's a non-starter this afternoon. Here we go then. We're on wide to bottom of race number 19. 209. Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr take up the run-in from number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. And then number 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. With 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele in hot pursuit. With then 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin bringing up the rear. 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr had some mixed flavours here this afternoon, what with spills and breakdowns and all sorts, and now they're winning. Round that turn they come, and Bill Penfold pushing hard on the inside. 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers on 251. John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then Duncan Fish, Clive Holland and Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin bringing up the rear. Well, Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr can't get away from Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers, but Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers finding it hard to come on terms with Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. Andy Jennings going a bit wide this time. Bill Penfold creeping up on the inside. 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr, half distance. Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers in 251. John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then Clive Holland, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. Tim Dorr, Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr go wide. Bill Penfold straight through on the inside. They're waiting for that mistake and he's shot through. Bill Penfold, the current left-hand sidecar South East champion. Over the two that won the South East together at Collier Street just a few weeks ago. Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers. From Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr. No? Yeah, that's right, Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr. I got it the wrong way round for a minute. 251, John Arnott, Russell Steele. Duncan Fish, 5 Holland. Second place for your main ready. Paul Mills and Holland. Their second win of the afternoon. 251 then. Just a score in there from Johnny Arnott, Russell Steele. Then Duncan Fish, Clive Holland, Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin. And bad luck there. The chain off. I don't believe that man's bad luck this afternoon. I don't think anybody could have more bad luck than him. If there's a trophy for bad luck today, I think that man should get it. 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. What rotten luck they've been having this afternoon.
Trophies like that?
Place number 19, a fine win there for number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. In second place, number 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. In third place, number 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. In fourth place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. And in fifth place, number 209, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. Winner's time there, 2 minutes, 01.01. Two and Julian Wood unbeaten here so far this afternoon. I think they've got their work cut out this time. Neil and Martin Cuff, Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, John Fish, Gary Moore, Dominic Doyle, Peter Taylor, Philip and Richard Davis, and of course Luke Patchell, Julian Browning. Can they hold on to their unbeaten score so far this afternoon, or will this be their first defeat? But that ice cream man's doing a roaring trade here this afternoon. He really should be. You haven't forgotten he's there, have you? Burger Bar, still got a queue down there I can see, working well. Patchell and Julian Browning going into an early lead ahead of John Fish and Gary Moore, and then Neil and Martin Cuff, then Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, and Philip and Richard Davis bringing up the rear at the moment. Oh, Neil Cuff and Martin Cuff holding on to a good third place there, but Lenny Boarer determined to go around the outside on that turn. Meanwhile, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning in there. John Fish and Gary Moore, they're ex-British champions. Like I say, Luke Patchell, Julian Browning won the qualifier last week, and I wonder if we are looking at the 1993 British champions. Certainly well clear of the rest of the field here this afternoon. Really giving it the big one on their 960 NRE. At half distance then it's Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. Really going for it. John Fish, Gary Moore, Neil and Martin Cuff, Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, Philip and Richard Davis bringing up the rear there. 5 outfits in this one, but look at that one out in front, just almost about half a straight in the lead. Taking the last lap flag, just 1 lap from victory on the NRE. On John Fish, Gary Moore, Neil and Martin Cuff, Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood, and Philip and Richard Davis. Oh, flat out round that turn then and looking at the checkered flag now. 3 wins. Philip, Luke Patchell, Julian Browning, pairing. And they do the same in the final. Oh, look at that. Lenny Boarer coming through for second on the line ahead of Neil and Martin Cuff. And then John Fish and Gary Moore with problems of their own. And then 217, Philip and Richard Davis bringing up the rear. Official result for you in a moment. For number 808, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. 3 in a row for him. Maximum points into the final. Second place, number 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. Coming good towards the end of that race. Third place, 126, Neil and Martin Cuff. Fourth place, 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. And in fifth place, number 217, Philip and Richard Davis. No 6 finisher, the winner's time, 1 minute 54.52. From the top, 808, 129, 126, 173 and 217. No 6th place, winner's time 1 minute 54.52. Left-hand sidecar, last qualifying heat. now, first start line, and down the first straight they go. 3, 2, 1. He won his first race, he came last in his second race, and he's out there in front now. Steve Farmer and Dave Green from Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis, then Barry Gear and Dave Hollands, and then Keith Lessiter, James Cramp. Well, it's all action here on the Brighton circuit this afternoon here at Hamfield Steyning. And mixed fortunes again for this front pair. Steve Farmer and Dave Green lead then. From 69, Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis. Then Barry Gear and Dave Hollands, then Keith Lessiter and James Cramp coming up in the fray now on their ZX10 Kawasaki. Look at that front line as the lead changes hands as Chris Berwick charges through on the inside as Steve Farmer and Dave Green went very, very wide. They allowed Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis to charge through on the inside. Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis going a little bit wide this time. Steve Farmer and Dave Green opposition in second place. Westgate beats Twin lead. Dudley beats Twin in second place. And look at this battle between the two multi-cylinder, the four-cylinder machines at the back. One a Suzuki, one a Kawasaki. The Suzuki holding the advantage at the moment. Meanwhile, Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis holding on to a good lead ahead of Steve Farmer and Dave Green as they come round that turn. Looking now at the start lap flag. Done it again. Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis. Well, 3, 2, 1. Steve Farmer and Dave Green. Then Keith Lessiter, James Cramp. Barry Gear, Dave Hollands bringing up the rear. The Kawasaki's got past the Suzuki. And starts to gain a few. Oh, David Green goes off. And over goes Steve Farmer. Bad news over on the other side. Little red flags, gentlemen, please. As fast as you can. I think we ought to get an ambulance over there a bit sharpish. And there's bad luck there for Dave Green and terrible bad luck for Steve Farmer. Unable to hang on to the outfit once the ballast had gone. The ballast is up and okay. Can't see Steve Farmer yet though. Non-starter number 71, Arthur Livings. That's the lineup then. For the alterations, the lineup is Mitch Godden, Mark Giles, Keith Potts, Michael Peters, Alan Dan, Paul Watson, Paul Seabright, Mark Seabright, Nick Irwin, Jonathan Dew, James Gordon. Mark Giles and Nick Irwin go into the first turn first, ahead of Keith Potts, who's unfortunately had two chains. Oh, down they go in a big heap in the front line there. And not sure what will happen with that carnage. A red flag has gone up. The red flags are up. The race being stopped in the interest of safety. And the riders going back to the start line in a moment for the rerun of race 22. Off the line they go then, down that straight again. Let's hope they can get rid of the he's off into the centre green. Meanwhile, Keith Potts has made the run in this time. Can he beat Mark Seabright? He's going to be down on points this afternoon due to losing his chain twice, so he'd like to put one over Mark Seabright and say he was the only man to beat him here this afternoon. Mark Seabright seems at the moment to be settled with that second place. It goes into that turn after Keith Potts. Keith Potts winding that motor up, gone very, very wide. Mark Seabright Mark Seabright. Mark Giles, Mitchell Godden, Roy Sizemore, Nick Irwin, Paul Watson, Michael Peters, Alan Dan and Simon Irwin. Paul Stuybright's going on to the centre green with problems on his 350cc GM. Probably the only one in the distance. Round he comes, flat out and half the Mark Seabright. The Mark Seabright has gained a lot of ground. 175, Keith Potts on the Godden. Mark Seabright challenging hard in second place. Pushing hard now to try and come on terms with Keith Potts. Keep your eyes on those front two as Mark Seabright makes his move and comes up right alongside Keith Potts on that corner. Keith Potts again goes wide. Mark Seabright goes wide. Mark Seabright seems to be taking the advantage. Keith Potts now going wide into that turn. It's Mark Seabright that leads. Keith Potts now coming up on the inside of Mark Seabright. Can't quite get there. Mark Seabright leads. The unbeaten here this afternoon. Mark Seabright. Keith Potts makes another challenge at his back wheel. This is the last turn for the last time as they catch up with the tail enders. 167, Mark Seabright goes wide. Keith Potts goes can't stop him. The unbeatable Mark Seabright. Then Roy Sizemore, Nick Irwin, Mitchell Godden, Mark Giles, Paul Watson. Solo final race of the day was a win for number 167, the unstoppable Mark Seabright. In second place, Tried Hard, 175, Keith Potts. Third place, number 231, Roy Sizemore. Fourth, 332, Nick Irwin. Fifth, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Sixth, number 26, Mark Giles. Seventh, number 331, Paul Watson. Eighth, number 37, Michael Peters. Ninth, number 20, Alan Dan. 10th, number 333, Simon Irwin. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute, 47.67. Paul Mitchell from Duncan Tolhurst, from Ricky Sandford and Dean Norton and Pete Barnaby as they go into the first turn. Always rides well down here at Brighton, the local man. Oh, he went a little bit wide, that Duncan Tolhurst right up through the inside there. Paul Mitchell back to second place. Duncan Tolhurst takes up the running. Duncan Tolhurst from the area, and he's well and truly in the lead now from Paul Mitchell, from Ricky Sandford, from Justin Barnaby, Dean Norton, Rob Cook, Adrian Harden, Martin Drury. And Duncan Tolhurst stretching a little bit of a lead on Paul Mitchell there. Paul Mitchell trying everything he knows to come on terms as they come round that top turn. Duncan Tolhurst leads, goes a little bit wide, has Paul Mitchell a chance to come up on the inside. Still can't quite do it. Really close as they go into that turn. Duncan Tolhurst from Ricky Sandford. Duncan Tolhurst slides a little bit wide. Coming back at him on the inside. Can he get there? Into the pits turn they go. Winding up the motor now, and Paul Mitchell goes for the outside run this time. Can he make it? Gains a bit more advantage. Paul Mitchell in second place. They take the last lap flag from Ricky Sandford in third. Then 187, Justin Shaw. 133, Pete Barnaby. 971, Dean Norton as he loses his goggles on the line. Then 252, Rob Cook. Then Adrian Harden and Martin Drury. Now the battle on the last turn for the last time. 74, Duncan Tolhurst. 29, Paul Mitchell. Then 04, Ricky Sandford. 187, Justin. 133, Pete Barnaby, enjoying his day up here from the Southern Centre. Then 971, Dean Norton. He stops to pick up his goggles from 252, Rob Cook. Number 2, Adrian Harden. 145, Martin Drury. Official result for you in a moment. 4, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst. Second, number 29, Paul Mitchell. Third place, 04, Ricky Sandford. Fourth place, 187, Justin Shaw. Fifth place, 133, Pete Barnaby. Sixth place, 971, Dean Norton. Seventh place, 252, Rob Cook. Eighth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. And ninth place, number 145, Martin Drury. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 45.50. James Cawthray and number 3, Chris Tritton with 167, Mark Seabright get to the first turn first. James Cawthray trying to hold on to a slender advantage. Chris Tritton's gone right around the outside and Mark Seabright's coming up on the inside. And around they go then. It's Chris Tritton holding on to the advantage from 169, James Cawthray, and then 167, the unbeaten so far, Mark Seabright. And Mark Seabright comes through. Goes to the inside line on James Cawthray on this turn and lines up alongside Chris Tritton. Works them over, comes out of that bend very fast. James Cawthray nips back up the inside of Mark Seabright, and Mark Seabright gets relegated to third spot. No doubt he'd like to go through the card unbeaten this afternoon, and I bet you just as much as he'd like to go through unbeaten, those two in front of him want to stop him. Mark Seabright and James Cawthray locked his battle. Number 3, Chris Tritton. away from Mark Seabright in second place. Mark Seabright now just got to get past Chris Tritton to keep his unbeaten record intact. Number 3, Chris Tritton then leading. 167 Mark Seabright coming in very fast indeed. Flat out of that turn, Chris Tritton on wide. 167 Mark Seabright trying everything he knows. The end of the last lap there, side by side into that turn. On the inside line, Mark Seabright trying the outside line, cutting back to the inside line now. What's going to happen here? Chris Tritton holding on to the advantage. Just one more corner to go. Mark Seabright now goes right around the outside on Chris Tritton. They're locked in battle as they come out of that turn. Who's going to come across this line first? Very close. Well, I'm going to let the lap scorers sort that one out between them. That's the closest finish I've seen in the car. Finish of the afternoon. One, 2, 4, 5:01 and 1:51. The winner's time 1 minute 43.70. This is the right-hand sidecars, and away they go again. Down into the first turn they go. Bob Heath, Barry Knight take up the run-in from number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Basie, who cut up the inside and take the lead from Bob Heath and Barry Knight. Then it's 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold. Dave Penfold and Justin Peach with his legs trapped in the back wheel there. On a backwards bike to go backwards and get the man's leg out of that wheel. I think we all read those red flags and stop that race down on that bottom turn. And Justin Peach gets his legs out of that wheel, and I bet he's in some pain there. St John's, though, as always, in attendance, ready for action. Bad luck there as he came off that turn, hit those bumps, and Dave Peach's leg hit the sidecar tyre and went right up in the back bar. Colin Hutton, Tony Basie taking the lead from the off, and Bob Heath, Barry Knight in close attendance in second place. Then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren on Fab 1 in third place. Colin Hutton, Tony Basie drifting a bit wide. Bob Heath, Barry Knight following him out there, and Penny Hook, Jane McLaren in third place. So those 3 positions remaining unchanged. A little bit of dust coming up now. Obviously time for some water during the interval, just to take a little bit of that dustiness off the top of this circuit. Meanwhile, a glorious sunny day, and we're all enjoying Grasstrack racing. Number 3, Colin Hutton, Tony Basie. An half distance from Bob Heath, Barry Knight, and then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren on the ZX10 Fab 1 bringing up the rear. Riders very well spread out. I think each team happy with the points that they're sitting on at the moment. Going to sit this one out and wait for the final. Number 3, Colin Hutton, Tony Basie on their last lap from Bob Heath and Barry Knight, and then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. The Grasstrack sidecar, only all-girl crew. Third place and comfortable at the moment. Bob Heath, Barry Knight go out with problems. Or do they? They're not quite out yet, but I think they're definitely running a bit sick. They come up to take the checkered flag. Colin Hutton and Tony Basie take the win. Bob Heath and Barry Knight seem to have got it all going again. Penny Hook, Jane McLaren fighting hard in third place to try and take that second on the line. Not to be though. Colin Hutton and Tony Basie take the win. Bob Heath, Barry Knight get second, and the all-girl crew, Penny Hook, Jane McLaren, come home in third place. In second place, Bob Heath and Barry Knight, and in third place, number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. Off they go then, down the first straight. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard go into the lead on the first turn. Steve Heath and Barry Knight come to a sudden halt, and not sure who that was, but somebody clipped him, made a bit of a mess there, and the red flags go up, the race being stopped in the interest of safety. Oh, we've got a message from Arlene, Ken loves you. Not only that, we've got this race underway, number 26. So Ken loves Marlene, I was here. Here we go then. Round this first turn, flat out they come. Mick Cave and Mick Stace have got the inside run. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard go for the outside run and get in front. Then it's 101 Gavin Newton, then 28 Darren Bartholomew, then 773. Or was it 33? 33. Jeff Sims and John Stanley. And Darren Bartholomew, Matthew Dix coming up alongside Gavin Newton and going up into third place into that turn. Number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard lead. Mick Cave and Mick Stace there, still in second place. Then 28, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Then 101, Gavin Newton and Simon Wall. Then number 33 and then number 4. 17 then, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Nice tight line for them round there. Mick Cave, Mick Stace trying to come on terms, but as the track dries out, this 1000cc Yamaha is pulling away from the Godspeed win. Then the Yamaha Genesis in third. Then the X up in fourth, and another X up in fifth. And the Genesis in sixth. So as they come round this, the last turn for the last time, the checkered flag being made ready. It's number 17. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard that win. Mick Cave and Mick Stace take the second place. Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix take third. Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall from Jeff Sims and John Stanley. Then Kevin Gillin and Joe Wright bringing up the rear. Official result for you in a moment. And Sidecars was a fine win for number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In second place was number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Third place, 28, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Fourth place, 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. Fifth place, 33, Jeff Sims and John Stanley. Sixth place, number 4, Kevin Gillum and Joe Wright. Winner's time there, 1 minute 33.49. From the top, 17, 5, 28, 101, 33 and 4. Winner's time, 1 minute 33.49. And now the last, no, not the last, there's another one after the interval. This is the third leg of the 250cc solos. The 250 solos and the 350 solos today being run on 4 legs, no finals, all on points at the end of the afternoon. So this is the 250cc solos, just 2 races to go, and it's interval time. In race 27, number 40, David Bleakin, and number 71, Arthur Livings, are non-starters. Number 40, David Bleakin, and number 71, Arthur Livings, are non-starters in this race 27. So the line-up is Sean Neal, Bill Sims, John Gibbons, Phil Ranson, Steve Strudwick, Terry Giles, and away they go down the first straight. Steve Strudwick just made a run in from John Doolittle and then Terry Giles. Remember Terry Giles had a win first time out, then a disastrous second ride, and now he's in third place in his third ride. Dropping back to fourth at the hands of Richard Sims, but fighting back into third place again up that straight. And it looks like Graham Legg has dropped it over there on the far side. The red flag down, the right hand stop. And indeed it is Graham Legg as he gets to his feet. Sorting his gloves out, and we'll see if he can go in the rerun of this one or not. That's number 321, Graham Legg. And the solos on the line now for the rerun. Away they go, off race 27. Down the first straight they come. John Doolittle this time takes up the running from Terry Giles in second place. Then Keith Strudwick, Phil Ranson, Richard Sims. And Keith Richards also in the limelight there. John Dormer pulling wheelies down that back straight. He's on his way. But look at Woggy Giles coming flying in there around the outside. John Dormer and Woggy Giles fighting it out. John Dormer 300. Woggy Giles there in second place. Then 1, 2, 4. Keith Strudwick and then Richard Sims. Phil Ranson and Keith Richards and Bernie Edwards. John Dormer almost overslid it there. He knew he'd made a mistake. He looked behind him to see where the opposition was, and fortunately at that moment in time he was at safe distance. Now he's gaining ground though. 76, John Dormer out of that top turn. Woggy Giles trying to power up on the inside. John Dormer leads. Woggy Giles in second. Bill Ranson and Richard Sims there side by side. Then 143, Keith Richardson, 115, Bernie Edwards, then 20, Alan Dan. Oh, John Dormer seems like he's got it all sewn up now, and Woggy Giles trying his heart out to come back on terms. Round the pit turn there for the third time and taking his last lap flag. It's 176 John Dormer. Woggy Giles goes there with problems. That's bad luck for him, having such a good ride there. That means that number 6, Bill Ranson, goes up into second place, followed by Richard Sims and then Keith Richards and Bernie Edwards and Alan Dan. Now the last turn for the last time. He knows the opposition is out of the race. Checkered flag goes, a win for 76, John Dormer. Second place still, number 6, Bill Ranson. Then Richard Sims, Keith Richards, Bernie Edwards, and then bringing up the rear, Alan Dan. Oh, bad luck for Woggy. Can't quite see from here what the problem is. Let's hope that he can get that all going for the fourth leg after the interval. Official result for you in a moment. 1:15 and 20. Winner's time 1 minute 50.24. Now the left-hand sidecar Brighton members race. Non-starter in this one, 69, Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadell. So the runners are Keith Lester and James Cramp, Duncan Fish, Clive Holland, Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr, John Fish, Clive Holland, John Arnott and Russell Steele. Those riders coming to the line to do battle now for race 28. Off they go then down on the straight and then coming down there, hell for leather. 9, Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr go into the first turn, but as they get there, John Fish and Gary Moore go into the lead. Andy Jennings, Tim Dorr drift a little bit wide. John Arnott and Russell Steele come by on the inside. Deuce 173. John Fish and Gary Moore that lead. From John Arnott, Russell Steele in second place. Then Andy Jennings and Tim Dorr. More problems for them, their hands in the air as they lead the circuit over the track. 173 then, John Fish, Gary Moore. Into that double turn. 251, John Arnott, Russell Steele. Then 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Then 21, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. Out they come then round that turn and really going for it. Excellent champion, John Fish, Gary Moore, at half distance, well clear of the rest of the field. On their 1,000 Yamaha, Russell Steele on the 960 NRE from 174. Duncan Fish and Clive Holland on the 1,000 Suzuki, and then the 1,000 Kawasaki, bringing up the rear at the moment with Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. Keith Lessiter of Mr. Scooter fame of Haywards Heath, opening his new motorcycle shop there. Really setting the pace in Haywards Heath motorcycle sales. John Fish goes on down half lap from John Arnott, Russell Steele, then Clive, done it again. Duncan Fish and Clive Holland, and then Keith Lessiter, James Cramp. Coming now out of the last turn for the last time. First place is going to be 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. From 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. And then bringing up the rear, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. Official result in a moment. Then it'll be interval time. Members race was a win for number 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. In second place, number 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. In third place, number 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. And in fourth place, number 21, Keith Lessiter and James Cramp. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 55.21. From the top, 173, 251, 174, 21. Winner's time, 1 minute 55.21. Interval time, ladies and gentlemen. As I've said, the people here trading this afternoon would love to see you. And they are Pete and Pearl's photographs, Bob's videos, the grasser stand, the bottle and jug, mobile bar, and the burger bar, and the ice cream van. All those waiting for your entertainment this afternoon during the interval. Water bells are going round, making sure... John Dormer from number 6, Phil Ranson, then Richard Sims and Keith Richards, Bernie Edwards and Alan Dan. Well, they drew the short straw again now, the old 250s. They got the worst of that wet stuff, but they had a good run this afternoon with the watering of the circuit, and round comes John Dormer. 76, John Dormer on the Honda from Phil Ranson, followed by Richard Sims, and then Keith Richards, Bernie Edwards and Alan Dan. Only 6 runners left in the 250 class this afternoon. Round that top turn he comes then, 76, John Dormer in full flight. He didn't miss out on his first run, but I think he's going to amass enough points to take the overall victory this afternoon if he can just hold on to this slender win. It's 76, John Dormer, number 6, Phil Ranson, then 180, Richard Sims, 143, Keith Richards, 115, Bernie Edwards, and 20, Alan Dan. Woggy Giles missing, unfortunately he's badly cut a finger, lacerated his little finger, I think it was on his left hand. Cut by a flying stone, so he decided to play the 4th and final leg. 76, John Dormer takes the last lap flag well clear of number 6, Phil Ranson in 2nd place. Then 180, Richard Sims. In hot pursuit then is Keith Richards and Bernie Edwards. And bringing up the rear then, Alan Dan. Oh, last turn for the last time, John Dormer well clear of all the opposition. Will he have a look over his shoulder? No, he's going for the checkered flag. A fine win in the 4th leg for number 76, John Dormer. 2nd place going to number 6, Phil Ranson. Then 180, Richard Sims. 143, Keith Richards. 115, Bernie Edwards. And then number 20, Alan Dan, bringing up the rear. On his 3rd place, 180, Richard Sims. 4th place, 143, Keith Richards. 5th place, 115, Bernie Edwards. And in 6th place, number 20, Alan Dan. The winner's time there, 1 minute 52.84 seconds. That's race 29 by number only, 76, 6, 180, 143, 115 and 20, 1 minute 52.84. There we go then, the 150cc solos there on there, 4th and final leg. Where's Mark Seabright? Well down the field there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th into the first corner. He's already up into 5th place, charging up the inside of Mark Giles into 4th. Now taking the 3rd place from Roy Sizemore. Mark Giles also taking Roy Sizemore on the outside. So, Keith Potts well underway this time. 3-3-2 Gerwin, then 167 Mark Seabright is already got up top 7th to 3rd place. Keith Potts then holding on to an advantage. He had some bad luck earlier on with losing his chain twice in the 1st and 2nd legs. Now needs every point he can lay his hands on. On the inside, so Mark Seabright is now up to 2nd place. Keith Potts got a well-established lead at the moment. Goes up that back straight. Mitch Godden there getting in the fray, fighting his way through those tail enders. He starts that back for Keith Potts as well. Mark Seabright make up that one lap. I'll be surprised if he can. I think this one goes to Keith Potts, but it's Keith Potts at the moment from Mark Seabright. He's already gone from 7th to 2nd position. Nick Irwin back there in 3rd. Mark Giles and Roy Sizemore Then Paul Watson, Mitchell Godden, Michael Peters, Alan Dan, Simon Irwin. And the checkered flag goes sure enough for number 175. Followed home by Mark Seabright in second place. Never out of the first two so far this afternoon, with only the 500 final to go. Mitchell Godden completes race distance. So does Michael Peters and Alan Dan. And Simon Irwin. Leg of the 350cc solos, it was a win for number 175, Keith Potts. In second place, 167, Mark Seabright. Third place, 332, Nick Irwin. Fourth place, 26, Mark Giles. Fifth place, 231, Roy Sizemore. Sixth place, 331, Paul Watson. Seventh place, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Eighth place, 37, Michael Peters. Ninth place, number 20, Alan Dan. And in 10th place, number 333, Simon Irwin. Winner's time, 1 minute 48.15. From the top, 175, 167, 332, 26, 231, 331, 9, 37, 20 and 333. Winner's time, 1 minute 48.15. Left-hand sidecars coming to the line then. I can see Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin, Dominic Doyle, Peter Taylor, Duncan Fish, Clive Holland, Barry Gear, Dave Holland, Philip and Richard Davis, Andy Jennings. Now I don't know who's on with Andy Jennings, but somebody is brave enough to get on there and have a go round in this to be final. And then coming up into line now is 68, Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis. Let's see what happens in this one, see if we can pick up who that is on number 209. Andy Jennings. Here they go then, off the start line and down they come. Passenger for Peter Taylor, for Dominic Doyle. He's lost Peter Taylor coming off the line there, and into the lead goes Andy Jennings, and it looks like Russell Steele. Is that Russell Steele? I'm asking now, not telling. It is Russell Steele. I'm getting some nods from the bar. See, they know. They're in the know over there. And down they come then. Andy Jennings and Russell Steele. Ahead of 217, Philip and Richard Davis, then 151, Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin, and 68, Chris Berwick, Ken Jarvis, and 307, Barry Gear, Dave Holland, bringing up the rear there. Well, good to see Peter Taylor is okay and running down the track to rejoin the outfit. Meanwhile, out in the lead, giving it the big one, Andy Jennings and Russell Steele. From 217, Philip and Richard Davis, then Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin, Chris Berwick, Ken Jarvis, and Barry Gear, Dave Holland, on their 750 Suzuki, bringing up the rear. Chris Berwick now challenging Graham Hilton, both on 1000cc Godden V twins. Meanwhile, out in front, 09 and Russell Steele on the 960 NRE from 217, Philip and Richard Davis. Then Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin and Chris Berwick, Ken Jarvis, and Barry Gear, Dave Holland bringing up the rear there. Well, those outfits remaining quite well spaced apart and making life easy for the lap scorers. Round that top turn they come then, the checkered flag now in their sight. Very far in, very tight, 209, Andy Jennings with Russell Steele, then 217, Philip and Richard Davis, then 151, Graham Hilton, Colin Goodwin, 68, Chris Berwick, and Ken Jarvis, and bringing up the rear there, Barry Gear and Dave Holland. Bad luck for Duncan Fish and Clive Holland, not sure what their problem is, but they're limping their way back to the pits. Of the left-hand sidecars was a fine win for number 209, Andy Jennings and Russell Steele. In second place, number 217, Philip and Richard Davis. In third place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Goodwin. In fourth place, number 68, Chris Berwick and Ken Jarvis. And in fifth place, number 307, Barry Gear and Dave Holland. The winner's time, 2 minutes, 01.01 seconds. From the top, 209, 217, 151, 68, 307, 2 minutes, 01.01. No right-hand sidecar B final. So straight on with race number 33, the B final of the 500cc solos. They're coming into line now, and they are numbers 212, 252, 126, 124, 24, 2, 151, 145, 620, 62, 501, and number 11. That's the runners for race 33. Well, slowly they're all coming to the line there and being sent up in qualifying order, I think, so they can pick their spots on the line. Well, problem still for 212. Keith Drury, I can see the mechanic or somebody is down at the back of his machine sorting something out there. Looks like we're underway. Under starter's orders. Race rise and the revs and away they go and along the first straight. First close, Steve North just taking the advantage into that first turn in this, the 500cc B final. Steve North, number 124 from 212. Keith Drury in second spot. I believe that's Rob Cook going challenging for second place with Keith Drury. Better tell when they come back into focus on this side. If it is, it's Rob Cook that's got the advantage as they come out of that turn. He's looking very wide, though. Back into first place. Then 62, Mr. Dodd, and then 145, the other Mr. Dodd. I can't remember which one's Chris and which one's Mark now. Never mind. See if we can sort them out as the race develops. The two Dodd brothers having a go at each other there. Well, coming round that pit's turn now and gunning for the lead or holding the lead. 124. Keith Drury. 126. 252. Rob Cook. 145. Martin Drury, and number 2 Adrian Harden. 62 of course is Chris Dodd, and one. Well, there comes Steve North, still holding on to the advantage. Look at those three runners up there for second place. 124, Steve North leads 126. That's Mark Dodd. From 62, Chris Dodd. They're going to push every inch of the way. From Keith Drury, then Rob Cook. And Richard Gillam. Oh, coming around now to take the second flag. It's going to be first with Steve North. That's coming second place on 62, which was Chris Dodd, and then 126, which is Mark Dodd. Official result, though, for you in a moment. CC Solos as a win for number 124. Steve North. In second place, number 62, Chris Dodd. Third place, number 126, Mark Dodd. Fourth place, 212, Keith Drury. Fifth place, 252, Rob Cook. Sixth place, 145, Martin Drury. Seventh place, number 2, Adrian Harden. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 57.89. From the top, 124, 62, 126, 212, 252, 145, and 2. Winner's time, 1 minute 57.89. Well, straight from that into this, the 500cc A final. 500cc solo A final, and the runners are 3, 167, 04, 169, 74, 29, 121, 187, 174, 133, 22, and 971. That's the lineup for race 34 in your programme. Coming to line now. Well, Chris Tritton comes out top on points. Mark Seabright very close behind him in second place, followed by Ricky Sandford and James Cawthorne, and they're on equal points. So very, very tight at the top. A lot of it will depend on the start. Mark Seabright hasn't made the best of starts all day. Let's see how he fares. Sandford and James Cawthray with Chris Tritton and Paul Mitchell all going into that first turn in a cluster. Mark Seabright has got himself up into, I think, 6th place, come up to 4th, come up to 3rd place. James Cawthray and Ricky Sandford battling for the lead, and Mark Seabright trying to go around the outside of the pair of them. Round they come round that turn. James Cawthray just a bit wide, Mark Seabright touching up on Mark Seabright showing his card early as he comes through the field so quick. Paul Mitchell goes out with problems, a local hero in this area, out with problems there. Always does well at the Brighton events. Shame to see him out of the running in this one. Round they come then. Ricky Sandford's gone very well. Mark Seabright comes to the start. Ricky Sandford from Mark Seabright. James Cawthray, Duncan Tolhurst, Chris Tritton, Alan Harmer. Well, can Ricky Sandford hold on to this? I think Mark Seabright's waiting for his chance, and he's coming up there very fast indeed now as he comes into that corner on the outside of Ricky Sandford. Force him now to go wide there, cut back underneath him and come out in the lead. So he's just mark my words. Round they come, Ricky Sandford. Mark Seabright come up to go over the line now. Mark Seabright's got an inside advantage line. Alan through the front. 167, Mark Seabright leading from 04, Ricky Sandford in 2nd place. Left to eat the dirt off his back wheel. Then is James Cawthray in 3rd, Chris Tritton in 4th and Duncan Tolhurst in 5th. Then Alan Harmer in 6th. Round that turn they come in. Mark Seabright. But not by a lot. I think you'll find him on 50 on points, and this is the 500 final, and he's winning this one. So I think he's a double victor on the afternoon. He's going to win every race to go home with the money. 167, Mark Seabright out in front. Well clear of the rest of the pack. Look at James Cawthray coming through there. Just gone past Chris Tritton. They're coming very hard up onto the back. Mark Seabright straight up to 04. Right next to each other side by side. Then Cawthray and then Duncan Tolhurst. 167 leading from number 3, Chris Tritton in 2nd place. Mark Seabright. 04, Ricky Sandford relegated to 3rd after his initial lead. Out of that last turn, for the last time. Unstoppable. 167, Mark Seabright. From number 3, Chris Tritton. 04, Ricky Sandford. 169. James Cawthray. 74, Duncan Tolhurst. 121. 174 then, Robin Pilcher. 187, Justin Shaw. And then 133, Pete Barnaby, completing race distance. Official result for you in a moment. Watch that 971 Dean Norton. I think he's hell bent on pushing that over the line. Just keep your eye on him for a minute. Gentlemen, clap your hands and show a bit of appreciation for those riders. That was a good final, and show your appreciation for this man pushing this motorbike down this track as well, because I tell you that's hard and hot work out there this afternoon. Come on, wave them programs, flash some car red lights, toot the hooters, do something, show your appreciation for our outright 500cc winner. And I believe, we haven't added up the points yet, but I believe the 350 winner as well, 167, Mark Seabright. The official result then of the A final was a fine win for 167 Mark Seabright. In 2nd place was number 3 Chris Tritton. 3rd place 04 Ricky Sandford. 4th place number 169 James Cawthray. 5th place number 74 Duncan Tolhurst. 6th place number 121 Alan Harmer. 7th place 174 Robin Pilcher. 8th place 187 Justin Shaw. 9th place number 133 Pete Barnaby. The winner's time 2 minutes 32.74 seconds. Well done, Dean Norton. That was a long push right round there, I can tell you. I wouldn't want to push that bike that far, especially not wearing all them leathers and that steel shoe. Race 34 then, from the top. 167, number 3, 04, 169, 74, 121, 174, 187 and 133. Winner's time 2 minutes 32.74. Coming to the line now for the left-hand A final, the big one for the left-hand boys this afternoon, and the unbeaten maximum man, 8:08, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning take on the best. And the man in the second best points position at the moment is number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers, the 1993 South Eastern Centre champions. Also in the running, 173, John Fish and Gary Moore, 126, Neil and Martin Cuff, 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele, 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood, and number 21, Keith Lassiter and James Cramp. That's the lineup for race 35 on the line now. Looks like they're coming under starters' orders already. And away they go then, another nice good even break from the start as they come down the first straight. Julian Browning from number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. As I thought they would be the front runners in this one, and there's 6 laps to decide who is going to be the victor. 8:08, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning on the 960 NRE. Getting to grips with this circuit well this afternoon. Out of that turn he comes, Bill Penfold, Liam Chivers in hot pursuit. Not far away. Only take 1 mistake through. Another 5 laps to go. And Neil and Martin Cuff move up to 3rd place. John Fish and Gary Moore hold 4th. Then John Arnott, Russell Steele. Benched Lenny Boarer, Julian Wood. Watch these front boys, they're really at it. There's no love lost between them. It's always been Kent versus Suffolk, and that's just the way it is now at the moment. As Suffolk scores though, hold their own with the count to Suffolk. 8:08. Luke Patchell and Julian Browning from Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. Then Neil and Martin Cuff. Then John Fish and Gary Moore. Interestingly enough, it's Sussex, Kent, Sussex, Kent and Sussex at the moment in this final. Flat out round that top turn they come then. Look at how close that is. They must have had 4 laps and they get them in here to be time round. There's 2 more laps to go. Bill Patchell and Julian Browning. Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers leading the rest of the field in their wake. John Fish and Gary Moore holding on to 3rd. Neil and Martin Cuff holding on to 4th there. But look at that flying Patchell outfit. It's out in front. And they come into that top turn one more time on that 960 NRE. Come on, you lot, cheer. Let them be eager this time when they go by here, will you? That's what I like to see. 8:08 then. 2 more laps to go. It must be 4. Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. And in 2nd place, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. And they seem to have lost a few yards this time. Does that mean they're tiring? Is it just a run-of-the-mill run now to the finish flag? Or will Bill Penfold suddenly change gear and come back on turns? Round this turn they come. The last lap flag will be theirs this time. Just 1 lap from victory. 8:08, Bill Patchell and Julian Browning from Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. Another I think they've lost a few yards there. 173, John Fish and Gary Moore holding on to that 3rd. Neil and Martin Cuff, respectable 4th place for them. Then 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. Then Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. As the front runners now catch up with the tail end of Keith Lassiter, what's going to happen at the finish flag? The 2nd flag is ready. And the Sussex crew win. Luke Patchell and Julian Browning come on 1st. Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers take 2nd place. Ignore Keith Lassiter, he's the lap behind. John Fish and Gary Moore. Neil and Martin Cuff, John Arnott, Russell Steele, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. But the official result with you in a moment. Good win there in Sussex, all the Sussex crew. A win for number 808, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. In 2nd place was number 2, Bill Penfold and Liam Chivers. In 3rd place was number 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. In 4th place, 126, Neil and Martin Cuff. 5th place, 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele. 6th place, number 129, Lenny Boarer and Julian Wood. 7th place, number 21, Keith Lassiter and James Cramp. Winners time 2 minutes 48.01 seconds. From the top, 808, 2, 173, 126, 251, 129 and 21. The winner's time 2 minutes 48.01 seconds. Mick Cave and Mick Stace, I think that is, looks a bit on the green side. Yeah, I think I've got binoculars in focus now. That's Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Next to them are Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. I can just see the helmets of Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. I can't pick out who the other one is down that far side. Away they go then on the first straight. Away they go. Somebody got left on the line there, but he seems to be joining in the fray now, and I think that's number 33, Jeff Sims. Mick Cave and Mick Stace didn't get off the line, they're left behind altogether, but the running is now between number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby, and number 17, Dave Steer, and the red flags are out. The red flags are out. It's all back to the start line. I think it was a bit of a staggered start, that one, so all back to the start line for the rerun. The air again. Down Bartholomew and Matthew Dix look like they're ready. Away they go then. Have we got a better start this time? Well, it looks like everybody had a better start by the girls. Away they go into the first turn, and again it's those front two that get there. They were in the lead at the stoppage of the first one, and they're right up in front this time. 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard lead from number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Then Bob Heath and Barry Knight, Mick Cave and Mick Stace, Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix, Gavin Doolin, Jeff Sims, Penny Hook. And the race continues on. It's 17, Dave Steer continuing his winning ways. The 1993 South Eastern Centre champions are out in front. Last week they were followed home by Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby, and it looks like they're going to follow them home again this week as well. Meanwhile, the tail enders getting the worst of the dust. Not being made easier by those in front of them. Meanwhile, out in front it's Dave Steer and Andy Orchard drifting a little bit wide there. Can Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby make up the ground? It is a 6-lapper. Bob Heath and Barry Knight still holding on to third. Mick Cave and Mick Stace in fourth. Then there's 101, the Gavin Doolin, and then Bob Sims and Penny Hook. We seem to have lost Darren Bartholomew and Matthew Dix. I can see them at the top corner there. See Darren standing up. I can't see anything of Matthew, but I should imagine all's well up there. 17 then, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard still in the lead from number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Then Bob Heath, Barry Knight, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. And then the tail enders fighting out in the dust there. 33, Jeff Sims and John Stanley. 101, Gavin Doolin and Simon Wall. And then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren bringing up the rear, the all-girl crew. Flat out of that turn then, and the last lap flag in their side. 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard from 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Then Bob Heath, Barry Knight, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Gavin Doolin goes very, very wide out of that turn. Coming up alongside was number 33, Jeff Sims and John Stanley, and then Penny Hook and Jane McLaren bringing up the rear. So the winner comes out of that last turn for the last time. The checkered flag is his. 2 weeks in a row for Dave Steer and Andy Orchard, and second place again for Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Then Bob Heath, Barry Knight and Mick Cave, Mick Stace. Now look at these three battling out at the back. Gavin Doolin again goes a bit wide, and Jeff Sims tries the inside line, but to no avail. Gavin Doolin gets that place from 33. Jeff Sims, and then 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren, completing race distance at the rear. Now, don't pull those ropes out yet, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one left-hand sidecar practice, and then would you please oblige in lifting off a rope and pulling out a stake. If you take out one each, that's one each that those other small band of helpers won't have to pull out at the end of the afternoon. Show your appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, and comes Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby now. They were second, obviously already gone past me are Dave Steer and Andy Orchard, the winners this afternoon, the 1993 South Eastern Centre champions. Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby there had a good afternoon, and Bob Heath and Barry Knight going back across the centre green, taking the shortcut back to the pits. So the official result then of race 36, the A final of the right-hand sidecars, was a win for number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In second place was number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. In third place, number 8, Bob Heath and Barry Knight. Fourth place, number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Fifth place, number 101, Gavin Doolin and Simon Wall. sixth place, number 33, Jeff Sims and John Stanley. And in seventh place, number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. No eighth finisher. The winner's time, 2 minutes 23.15. From the top, 17, 3, 8, 5, 101, 33 and 34. Winner's time, 2 minutes 23.15.